most of what people perceive as being ghosts is something in their head.
I think that they're demonic, and I think people who are chasing them are wasting their time.
A little too much hype, not enough fact.
I guess I believe in ghosts.
I give them a lot of credit. There's a lot to be learned from that field, a lot to learn in that field, and it's constantly growing.
It's legitimate because they try to debunk like what's going on and see if the ghosts are actually real.
My name is Jennifer Smith, and I am a registered nurse by day and a paranormal investigator by night.
Hi, my name is Colin McGuinn, aka Shiny Shorts, aka Brandy Border.
Hi, my name is Claire Stoner.
My name is Kathy Yackel, and I am the research manager.
My name is Elise Caudell. I'm assistant case manager, and I'm an investigative team leader.
My name is Lori Bruther, and I am an investigator and the media relations manager.
I'm Jim Stoner with the Greater Maryland Paranormal Society. I'm actually the tech manager in the group and one of the team leaders among the investigators.
My name is William Hartley, founder and lead investigator of the Greater Maryland Paranormal Society, based in Baltimore, Maryland. I grew up in a house in Baltimore. When I was a small child, there was something there. I would see a tall, thin, bald guy every once in a while. There was always a weird feeling about being in the basement. Cold spots around the hot water heater. Couple of times, well, most of the time I'd see him peripheral vision. Then I started seeing him straight on. When I was about 17 years old, I found out that there was a person that matched that description and had hung himself in the basement by the hot water heater. I started getting more and more interested, and then I realized, or I started thinking to myself, I spent 17 years of my life being completely petrified of what was in my house, because, you know, you see a tall, thin guy and you think you're either, you know, you're becoming a wackadoo or you're getting your mother's flashbacks from the 60s. So it was one of the two, and I decided, you know, after all I experienced, I thought it might be a good idea for me to try to reach out and help others, so that's why I founded the group.
Jim was driving down the road one day, saw the back of Bill's car.
I got behind a car that had logos for the Greater Maryland Paranormal Society on it. I kind of followed that car a little bit, realized he was turning into a 7-Eleven gas station that is in my neighborhood, so I just kind of followed him in there.
In comes Stoner coming walking up to me and says, I want to ask you about your car, and I'm like, oh, another one.
From that point on, I became a part of the Greater Maryland Paranormal Society.
I've been with the group about almost 2.5 years now. I've always been interested in the paranormal field, and after the investigation and everything went well, Bill gave me a call and set up an interview, and ever since then I've been part of the team.
I've been with the group since 2007 when it began, and it began by pretty much a MySpace group that I joined and met Bill.
I did a Google search for groups in the area because I thought it would be a cool experience, and they were the first group I found.
Thought it would be really cool to find a group in the area because I know we have so much history in this area, you know, for investigations, and I went online and I found Bill on GIMPS from the website.
I found GIMPS through the internet as well. I had actually been a member of another group, which I wasn't thrilled about, and so I met with Bill, our founder, and Jim, our tech manager, and I really liked what they had to say, and they seemed like decent guys, so I said, okay, let's go with this.
And if you were to, say, about 10 years ago, talk about ghosts or ghost hunting or something like that, you would get the Mr. Spock eyebrow raised at you, or your family will shun you or something, and now it's gotten to the point where, with all the TV shows around, more people are learning and knowing that it isn't just a bunch of kids that are sitting in a cemetery knocking over a headstone and drinking a beer and waiting for something to come out and say boo.
My family thinks it is the coolest thing I've ever done. All of my cousins are obsessed with us. Every time we go to a family gathering, if we happen to have our laptop, they are all crowded around us. Did you get anything new? Have you seen anything new? My aunts and uncles also think it's pretty cool, so I'm pretty sure my cousins, you know, spread it around their schools that their older cousin's a ghost hunter.
Most of them looked at me like, okay, so now you chase ghosts. Makes sense. You know, it's something you would do. But they're supportive of it, and they're constantly asking me, what are you doing this week? Have you found anything this time?
I'm always nervous about when I tell people that this is what I do, on the side. Some people just think you're totally nuts.
My dad thinks I'm crazy, but he is interested. He's a closet paranormal investigator, I think. He's interested, but he would never go out like I do. And he's like, oh, you're going to hang out in the dark again? Okay. My mom, she's just like, whatever, do what makes you happy. Some people, I kind of wait to tell them what I do, because I wait to see how their reaction will be. If they seem cool, I'll tell them. If they seem like they be skeptical and kind of a stick in the mud, then I don't tell them.
My mom was all for it. She thinks it's totally cool and wants to join the group, but she keeps saying she can't stay up all night. My dad is a skeptic, and every piece of evidence I show him, he's like, oh, that was one of you guys, or that was you talking.
Even the people at work, I tell them I'm a certified paranormal investigator. They love it. They think it's great.
The excitement of going into a new investigation and the process of investigating, of uncovering the history of the location, of figuring out what's going on, of helping people who are scared or confused, think they're crazy. And then I never would have met these people if I hadn't joined the group, and I've really made some really good friends, and we're like a little family, and I've adopted 3 brothers that I didn't ask for, and some really good girlfriends.
We have a great, group. We've had some other people come into the group and go that just, didn't quite fit the mix of our little team.
It's good spending time with these people and, trying to seek out answers to things the questions we have. Oh, is there something more out there?
I think one of my favorite things is just the ability to get out there with the group, be with a like-minded group of people, to just try to experience or try to explain away what some people may feel is paranormal.
I like to be in the situation to where I get scared in an investigation. I like that because I don't get scared really easily.
Just like everybody else, I was a fan of ghost hunters.
I liked taps at the beginning. Now to watch them, they're kind of just, they go places and they're like, I just think they're making too much of a production out of it. I haven't seen a lot of the other shows out. I don't choose to watch them. I do it, so I don't need to watch someone else do it.
They range from people who are really super serious about the equipment and about seriously trying to debunk the things that they have happen, all the way up to the ones that every little bump or light or anything is an orb, it's a ghost, it's, something demonic is going on.
I think they embellish a lot. And editing is a beautiful thing with paranormal TV shows. There's a lot of downtime investigations, and it seems like things are happening right after each other in the shows, and it's really not like that in real life.
Like, they don't understand when you're watching like Ghost Adventures or Ghost Hunters. That's like hours and hours and hours of time that they're investigating, and they're only showing you an hour of their evidence.
They're just kind of out there to be entertainment.
We're not the Ghostbusters. We don't have a vacuum pack.
I believe in looking for the paranormal, but not becoming a part of it. Have it like the Poltergeist house. You want to see a horse flying around with an Incredible Hulk on it or something along those lines. You want to see the closet suck up one of your friends. You don't want to go to a place and go, oh, this place ain't haunted. I mean, yeah, you want to go in there and you want to try to help people, but sometimes people don't care if it's haunted or not. They just want peace of mind.
You're not gonna just call us, have us come in, find a ghost, then we're done. That's not really how it works.
We just like people to know that we're not going chasing shadows. Literally, we're going out to try to figure out what the heck is really going on. We have fun and we're serious at the same time. You got to have fun. You can't be serious all the time. He set me up. Jim had the video camera, and it was Jim and Jason and I, and we were in this part of the bathroom of this club that we were doing, and Jim left because he thought he heard something. And so Jason and I sat there for a little while longer, and Jason said, I think what is that noise? Do you hear that? We need to go. So we went out of the bathroom, and Jason, who's 6.5 feet tall, was standing behind me and said, I think it's coming from over in this door. So as soon as I went to grab the doorknob, but there's nothing.
Hey!
Of course, the YouTube video where the boys got me and made me scream like a little girl, that was really good. I told Jim, I said, you're lucky you didn't get punched in the nose with that, because usually I don't turn around and run.
We can't make your house haunted. We can just tell you if it is or not.
We don't jump and go, oh my God, that was a ghost.
We are more of a debunking group than we are ghost chasers.
We are out there to help the people that come to us, whether it's to show them, look, this is all it is, you do not have to be afraid, it's your house creaking, it's a pipe or something. If we can show them that it's not something to be afraid of, and they can sleep better at night, if it helps their kids sleep better at night, then I think we're doing a good thing.
Because we are going to try to look at this in a scientific, in a logical sort of way.
DVR, monitor, laptop, external mic for the laptop, handheld audio recorders, digital cameras, handheld high-8 camera. All the cameras that we use for the DVR are all both night vision capable, and we have extra IR illuminators to help light the rooms up in the locations we're at, because they can see in total darkness. So I can monitor, and it looks like it's daytime on my monitors, but it's pitch black. You go in there and you're going to fall if you don't watch where you're going. Obviously flashlights, EMF detectors of all makes and sizes and brands.
They measure the electromagnetic field in the air. The theory is that when a spirit or entity is trying to manifest itself, it has to draw energy from somewhere, whether it be like your camera or the voice recorder or even a person, or the heat from the rooms where you get cold spots, and that these devices are meant to pick up that energy. So these three, or actually this one is probably the least expensive one. When you get a reading, this lights up and it makes a noise. This one here is a little bit harder to read because it's not digital. This one is probably the best one to read and carry around. It reads it by decibel, so it's a little bit easier to read. This is the most intense one. It's the tri-field meter, so it measures electric, microwave, and magnetic waves, I guess you could say. So you can turn it on to be really sensitive, and it'll pick up even like a person. Makes that noise, it's like picking up my energy and the camera's energy. Or you can turn it on a little bit lower, and so it's still picking it up, but it's not alerting you to it.
Oh, whoa.
Is this good?
We're getting big spikes here.
Are there some things electrical here? Right there.
Bubbles.
I'm in Caroline. The K2 is basically the same thing. It's an EMF detector, but instead of giving us a reading, it just the lights will flash. A lot of groups will use it in EVP sessions, like, can you make the light flash orange? Because it's green if there's no reading.
EVP is electronic voice phenomenon. It's what happens sometimes if you can't hear it by your ears. You can hear it through white noise on our recorders.
So we're right now here at the Diamondback Tavern in Ellicott City, Maryland. One of our soon-to-be new cases in the next few weeks. It is in a very historic area of Ellicott City. They call Ellicott City, historic Ellicott City, one of the most haunted areas in the whole country.
Well, it's really hard to find a background research on the Diamondback Tavern because at one time it was one huge like parcel of land. So it's not like in the deeds, it's not individually like by address. So there's one address for an entire parcel of land, and it's making it really hard to find like the historical part of it. And I know that that landowner wants to know who died there, like what went on there.
So we really look forward to seeing if we can help this company out and the owners, concrete their claims.
Sounds like somebody's either walking on the steps or somebody's walking in this room. A couple of police officers, my understanding is they have thought some people have been in here after dark or after close. The cops drive by looking. They have sworn that people have been in here when there's nobody in here.
6 bottles flew off the shelf tonight. I'm serious. I was freaked out. I watched a bottle today.
Where? In there?
Yeah. I mean, it might be because it's slanted, but I seriously watched it and like nothing hit it and it just flew off. It happens all the time. It's freaky as shit.
It's going to be a late, we'll call it an early start because we can't even get in and set up until 2:30 until they close.
Coffee? You don't need no stinking coffee. I could use some coffee.
you know, it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll find something there. We just need to buckle down and get everything set up and get started as quickly as we can.
Doing a walkthrough where they're actually physically going around checking for high EMFs. They're doing a physically sounding the buildings or house or wherever we happen to be. We want to make sure that it's going to be safe to investigate. The size of it, is there anything we can debunk while we're there?
Have set groups of who's going to be with who, so you're not constantly moving around, because you don't want to make a lot of excess noise. You want the house or the location to just be its own entity, so you can just gather from it what you need.
Changing of the batteries. So just in case any battery drain, we know we use brand new batteries. We take out all the batteries and switch them all out. We go through a lot of batteries.
I did all that before you guys. Hello.
Oh my God.
That'll be fine. You can always put them in the bag. We have that.
P-word. Sometimes I'll post on my Facebook, like tonight, I put, sleep is not happening. Have to be up and out by midnight to pull an all-nighter investigation. It's going to be a long night. And some of my friends that don't know that I do this, they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I just like to go sit in the dark. Okay?
Yeah, we're just kind of hanging out.
Colin, turn off.
Listening for odd noises and whatnot.
Bottles
flying, glasses moving, voices, footsteps like somebody's walking down the steps, or just hear him walking. The owner was telling us that, and he says, as far as he knows, it's just an urban legend. That supposedly somebody was murdered and or raped or something in a closet in here somewhere, but background research doesn't show any type of statements or reports.
No, all the research Kathy and I have both done, we have not found anything, and it was horse stables. That's all it was. The only thing, supposedly, when I talked to a historian who's wrote 4 books in the area, was the only little things was during the Civil War, both armies that came through this town buried some of their dead. I'm guessing if they were wounded and they passed away on the move, whatnot, to battlefield to battlefield or town to town and whatnot, they buried them between the alley, behind here and the building right next door.
Is there anyone in here that would like to speak with us this evening or this morning?
The motion detector just went off.
It's from this.
Yeah.
The walkie-talkie.
Oh.
Hey, Bill. Maybe theirs isn't on.
It doesn't sound right. Yeah. I don't know if theirs is on. Yeah. I'm surprised that there's no like crazy high EMFs in this building because it's so old.
Here, like, that's not giving up anything, but over there it is.
Down there it was and it wasn't.
If you're down here with us tonight, could you give us a sign that you're here? Bang on something, or you can touch me or pull my hair.
Here we go.
I mean, whatever. Can't hurt me, but you can touch me.
They say that upstairs you like to knock bottles off of the bar. You could do that for us. We'd be really impressed if you did that.
I'm waiting for like the kitchen doors here, like start opening and dishes flying. And
I just want something that happened like that on any investigation. I would love to be sitting here and have a chair slide out from under one of these tables. I mean, yeah, granted, I'd probably crap myself.
And we meet up and we'll listen to every recording we got. We'll go over every picture we took, every video that was taken, trying to find something out of place. That's where our EVPs are found and stuff like that.
One recorder down, nothing of any interest.
This is when, after we all came up to the bar, the girls, and we were sitting at the bar.
Yeah.
I thought it was maybe me like humming under my breath.
Again?
But then I marked it because I thought I heard myself say Laurie and Elise leaving the room before that. And then I just heard us coming back, so I wasn't in the room at the time. But it definitely sounds like a female singing.
I heard something in that.
Or, sorry, 1 hour, 8 minutes, and like between the 35 and 40 second, Lori and I come back up into the room because we were checking on that smell that we smelled down in the bar.
Yeah.
And we went down to check in the bathroom, and it was the bathroom. And we came
up.
Nothing
before or after.
And you hear us saying it was definitely the bathroom. Like we came right up the steps and right into the bar. So I know we weren't hanging out.
I amplified that part that I cleaned.
And
There's
then
a big spike there.
there's something like ba bum bum. It sounds like we have musical ghosts. And then we do the reveal. We come back and we say, here's what we have, here's what we don't have, here's what we think is going on. Yes, we think your house is haunted. We don't have enough evidence to say our house is haunted. You know, we caught a few things we can't explain, so if you'd like us to come back and maybe gather more evidence, maybe that would help us find answers. It's a drawn out process. I didn't really get any specific feelings about the place. No, we don't use our feelings as evidence, but your gut is a really good tool. We didn't get enough to say that the Diamondback is haunted, but we had a couple of little EVPs and sounds that we can't explain that were enough for us to say we can't say it isn't.
And with the show's always showing a lot of stuff, they expect, you have people who would expect it, even if a creaky house has got to be a ghost, and they expect you to come in and say, yeah, this place is like next house out of Poltergeist. And it's not always the case. And we found more recently than some people actually get so upset about it, they'll actually start bashing you because you didn't find anything, even though you told them from the beginning. We debunk. If we find something, we'll show it to you. If we don't, we're going to tell you we didn't find anything.
We've already done more cases in 2010 than we did in all of 2009.
You know, I don't think I'll ever stop. I think I'll be doing this till I'm an old man or even 7 feet under.
Contact us. You can go to our website, www.greater-maryland-paranormal-society.com.
The Gimps are coming. We will debunk all those stories. And it's not haunted until the Gimp says it's haunted.
We in Randolph-Hearst, and I play Monopoly in a thong. So one night I in a house, and there was a ghost, and I went ooh, and it went boo, and I was like, oh shit, and I went at the house and woo up the street, and then I stopped at the 7-Eleven for a gulp.
Could you get more shots of me awning, please?
Too windy when we went out, though.
We went along to the trees out there.
64. Oh, stop it. It's contagious.
Join my fan page.
Camera on her lap. Is every time she breathed, the camera moved with it?
No.
It's not gonna hurt.
All right.
That's what she said.
You walked into that.
That's what she said. Apparently,
she fell into that one.
It is.
We're almost done.
And this is part of the investigation, trying to rein them in and make them understand that you have to be somewhat professional when you are presenting yourself as a group. That's all I have to say.
Greater Maryland Paranormal Society. Sorry about that. It's been a long day. Thanks. I'm just a tool. I'm a trooper. I'm a super trooper.
Just hope I don't drop the F-bomb on you because you'll be editing that out.
No, we can find a bleep thing.
Beep, beep. It'll be going beep, 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 beep. I want to be a best boy. Maybe I just want to have a best boy at my house.
Ooh, a cool boy.
Yeah, cabana boy.
That's a whole nother story.
You're like,
No, turn it off.
The bright lights, investigations, help set up equipment.
Sorry.
Like, I don't know what to call it. What's the word? I don't know. Did I answer the question? I'm not afraid of that crap. We're gonna start over again.
Good try.
It's a haunted bush. That's what she said.